Project Community is highlighting barrier-breaking women, and we're shining the spotlight on Hispanic Heritage Month by highlighting Hispanic women making an impact right here in Central Alabama.
Yeah, so today we meet a woman who first came to Alabama as an international student. 20 years later, she's still here. WVTM 13's Carla Wade shares what this woman has accomplished in 2 decades.
Christina Almanza truly embraces Central Alabama, working for 2 iconic local companies and using her talents to bridge cultural divides. Growing up just south of the border, Christina visited the U.S. often as a child.
Where I am from in Mexico, we're close to the border. So we would go, but it was more for shopping and school supplies and things like that. We would actually hoard Dr. Pepper back to Mexico because we didn't have it.
Now, the little girl who used to hoard American sodas has an important role at one of the premier beverage and food companies, Buffalo Rock, based here in Central Alabama. When she first moved to the Deep South to attend Jacksonville State University, it was an adjustment. She spoke English, but the down-home dialect and colorful expressions were confusing.
First thing I noticed was the Southern accent. I had a really hard time figuring out who y'all was. For a whole month, I was like, who's this y'all? He's so popular, and I need to meet this person. And it finally dawned on me that that was you guys.
A program for international students brought a rainbow of cultures to campus, and she soon discovered Mexican culture is strikingly similar to Southern culture.
There's a lot of similarities to my home country and to the family orientation. You know, here it's football, for us it's football, but it's soccer, you know, so that is also passion. So I had to choose a team, of course, you know, like everybody else. But I mean, I've been here for 21 years, and I can tell you, you know, I am a proud Birminghamian and a proud U.S. citizen, and I just love being here in Birmingham.
She planned to just study graphic design, but she was encouraged to study business too.
And I think I was very blessed that I always had the right people that crossed my path. My first CEO was actually the executive faculty professor at Jacksonville State University. I walked in, I was taking some business classes because, you know, my dad, that was kind of the condition, is make sure you take business. I don't want you to just be a poor, starving artist. And he said, why don't you go for an MBA? And I just took off from there.
From there, she worked at a nonprofit before heading up Vulcan Park and Museum's marketing and PR. There, she helped form a partnership with the Hispanic radio station to broadcast the fireworks show, overcoming the language barrier and increasing the reach of the park's 4th of July festivities.
We were able to allow a community that maybe may not have been aware, celebrate something that is so important for us as a country.
Then to Samford University, before landing at Buffalo Rock as Director of Corporate Business Development for coffee, tea, and allied sales.
Just the fact that I have seen Birmingham grow and our local businesses, small businesses, be part of that.
Christina was named one of Birmingham Business Journal's 40 Under 40 in 2020, but her accomplishments came with challenges.
When I got here to Buffalo Rock, to the Birmingham franchise, I was the youngest one, I was a woman, and then of course, you know, I was Hispanic.
Instead of seeing those things as obstacles to overcome, she saw them as opportunities to connect.
I think I was the first Hispanic that worked in Birmingham. It was really neat because I almost became an ambassador. I got to teach them a lot about the different traditions that are in Mexico.
Diplomacy paid off. She became an American citizen in 2017, her co-workers celebrating with her.
It was an opportunity for them to also learn about the immigration process, because a lot of them really did not have an idea of what the immigration process was like, or they really didn't understand the intricacies when you are a foreign exchange student.
Christina is also on the board for Fiesta Birmingham, the largest Hispanic festival in the state, and celebrating 20 years in the Magic City. Whether you're a woman or an immigrant or both, she says as long as you never lose a thirst for knowledge.
Do your homework, do your work, but then be open to looking for mentors, and then also allow people, if they're truly wanting to help you, let them help you. Don't carry the load by yourself.
success will come. You just have to be ready to drink it all in. Carla Wade, WVTM 13.